But yeah, let's get into this one. It's going to be best of 5 JRuss against Majicbear. Who do you guys have taking this one? M in the chat for Majicbear and J in the chat for JRuss. Freerunner 006, thanks for the Prime sub, by the way. I really appreciate that. Let me try that again. Looks like the game server's full or something. Whatever that means. Not many people want to put their money or want to put their prediction down here. C. I guess that's chicken then. Okay, very good. Interesting. A lot of J's in the chat. You guys have got faith in JRuss more than I do. Yeah, JRuss used to be called Chicken. He played in the Salt Mine NA as Chicken. Now he is JRuss. You can actually catch both of these guys in the Rocket League rival series for NA this season. I don't know if they've played against each other just yet. I don't follow the rival series too closely. I won't lie to you guys. Well, the NA one especially is very difficult to follow, being later in the day. Yeah, have these guys played against each other? Does somebody want to go and check that out for me? Oh, nearly a nice finish there for JRuss. It's actually Majicbear who's coming away with a better position. That's been reverted. JRuss back in control. Extremely tight angle. No real ceiling shot opportunity there. He's just going to take the ball across to the boost steal position and then into the goal. And that's a really good offensive corner play from JRuss. He had multiple threatening setups and eventually Majicbear ran out of boost and got out of position. They play tomorrow or Sunday. Oh, they play this weekend. Wow, okay. That's interesting. Majicbear seems doing better at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Are they one of the top teams in the league? I'm just gonna look it up myself. RLCS Season 9. Let's just look it up while Majicbear scores an open net, so I can tell you guys what's happening. So yeah, RLRS Season 9. Yeah, Omni Nation. That's Majicbear's team are 2-0, and oh wait, Mirage are also 2-0. That's Chicken's team, isn't it? They're Mirage, yeah. He plays with Luke and Freshness. So they're both actually 2-0 right now. They're both doing great. But yeah, it's really interesting this season in the rival series. There's so many teams who have a guy in there who, you know, I would have said at some point would be considered a ones main. Very aggressive continuation from JRuss here. He just refuses to leave Majicbear's end of the field. Majicbear's done well with low boost. And now he's got a threatening shot of his own. That's saved at the top corner by JRuss. Majicbear's got a very good setup himself though as well. He's not falling into the trap that a lot of players do fall into these days and have fallen into for quite a long time, of having predictable approaches to the net. Whether it's in the air or the ground, he does like to mix things up, and I love that. Not a lot of boost for JRuss, but he does get the steal in the corner. Hey Craigster, good night. Thanks for swinging by and saying hi and dropping off the 15-month Prime. I really appreciate it. This has been an absolute battle of sort of a boost battle at Majicbear's goal line. So much of this game, Majicbear's had 0, but he's defending well.
Believe in magic. Please put towards the prize.
Is that $20? I mean, I guess that's $20. Thank you to S Mario for the $20 prize pool donation. Great save there by Majicbear, and he's recovered well enough to stay relevant here. JRuss really is piling on the pressure. He has no respect for Majicbear's 0 boost 50-50s at all. He is staying on him constantly. Credit to Majicbear. He's done a phenomenal job defending with low boost for large parts of this game. JRuss not saying no to any potential opportunities. He likes the look of any ball, it would seem. Only a 1-all game so far. JRuss off target. Was thinking about catching that one on the back wall, but Majicbear's interfered. Really nice dodge there by JRuss. He's caught the boost and he sets himself up for the long shot, all while avoiding the incoming demo. There was actually 2 moments there, once in front of the goal, once in the corner, where Majicbear was thinking that he could get contact on JRuss's car. JRuss dodged away from danger and was quick to recover and get the shot off. Majicbear takes off in the complete wrong direction for this one. That might just be what JRuss needs to get this game under wraps, at least to get comfortable in this possession play. Majicbear gives it another go. He's looking for the bump, but JRuss reads it, gets underneath him, and he's going to get a counter-attack goal as well. It's really been a good game for JRuss in the pressure department. So many times he would get Majicbear in his goal and keep him there. And Majicbear's not been able to do that to JRuss a couple of times there. JRuss hits him on the counter. And it's a frustrating thing, you know, to be defending as much as he's had to defend. And Majicbear really needs to calm down here. When he gets into offense, not overextend. It's very easy to overextend when you don't get much offensive opportunity. Cheeky kickoff by JRuss. Extremely tricky. He slows down and blocks the ball to the left. That was the side that Majicbear wasn't dodging towards. So far he's making my prediction look very foolish. Majicbear, with a couple of kickoff goals though, keeps himself in the game, and this is going to be frustrating for JRuss because he'll feel like the kickoff goal he scored was a big mental win for him, and then these kickoff goals that he's conceding are just purely mechanical. That's going to be annoying for him if he doesn't hold on to this lead. He might be in a bit of trouble here. Majicbear's got a good lineup, but JRuss does intercept, and he grabs his own back corner boost. That will allow him to break free, at least for the time being. Majicbear staying on the ball here, and he's managed to kind of sneak it underneath JRuss. Rebound goes wide. Majicbear wasn't able to keep JRuss away from the ball for too long. Now he's got him dead in one corner. Tries to go underneath him again, but a really good challenge by JRuss. He did jump quite high initially, but not too high. He stayed with it, and that's a key interception. Look how much boost JRuss has got. He's just committed to that ball off the wall with 0. That's how confident he is in his ability to make good contact, and quick contact as well. Oh dear, this might be risky though. JRuss taking a lot of dangerous plays at the end of the game, and it doesn't pay off. You know, it felt like it might be coming. That touch off the wall was just way too hard. Majicbear adding to the power that was already on the ball to get a late game equalizer. 10 seconds left, and that was definitely dangerous for JRuss. So is this. Who's going to get the boost? Majicbear does. Can he keep that ball up? Oh yes, he will. Wide open net finish for Majicbear, and JRuss is going to be devastated with that one. He was so close to getting the boost himself in the back corner, so close to seeing the ball bounce on the ground on 0, but neither of those things happened, and Majicbear has just stolen the game. You know, you can say that was unfortunate for JRuss. There were many elements of that game that were unfortunate for him. Kickoff mechanics just weren't up to scratch in the mid-game, but he did play very aggressively at the end with a 1-goal advantage. I don't know if he had to do that. He didn't seem to have too many issues getting or dealing with Majicbear's offense. He was doing really well defending the air dribbles. He had the ground game covered for the most part as well. Bear in mind that before that overextension at the end of the game, only one of the goals that he conceded came from midfield play. 1 out of 3. The other 2 were both kickoff goals, so I really don't know why JRuss felt the need to just go all in there at the end with 0 boost, take himself out of the game. But that is all behind him now. Game 2 begins. That's a great recovery by JRuss. Doesn't go too far this time. Any little spoilers for this script? All I'll tell you is it's a good one. I mean, we've already had a cracking game 1 there. Extremely unpredictable. JRuss still trying to flex what seems like a speed advantage. He's had that going well for him all series long so far. Majicbear has done well dealing with it with low boost, but he's not going to be enjoying how the game's going, I don't think. Even though he's got the first game in the bag, JRuss is still dominant for most of the midfield battle that goes on. Tons of possession, extremely difficult to dispossess. Nice little fake challenge there by Majicbear. He feigned a takeoff, and that made JRuss think that there was going to be a mid-air challenge coming in. That's why he went high and then for the double touch. Majicbear actually flew straight back down after jumping. That's really smart of it, because no doubt JRuss would have gone for a flip reset play, if Majicbear didn't fake that takeoff. And it's much more difficult to defend the flip reset in that position than it is to defend a rebound from high above the net. Oh, that's a great bump. JRuss! Multiple mid-air touches in the ball. And then a follow through onto Majicbear as well. Delayed dodge. It looked like Majicbear might have struggled to save that even without the bump. But the bump looks pretty good anyway. Majicbear still doing some damage with his kickoffs. This one's a forced own goal. JRuss had no other option of where to put this one. But really, he's only got himself to blame. Look how side onto the ball he is on that one. If he does the same thing here, he's going to get the exact same outcome. Majicbear switches up though. Instead of trying to win on the inside, he goes on the outside now, anticipating JRuss changing his approach as well. It's really smart kickoff play by Majicbear. Just like every other aspect of Rocket League 1v1, you have to adapt your kickoff in the modern day game. You're not going to get multiple kickoff goals with the exact same kickoff like you could years ago in the Scrubkilla dominant era. I'm really curious to see if Majicbear is going to switch up again. Yes, he will. He's going to try and push the ball straight across the face. And he's still seeing a lot of success here. JRuss keeps that one out. And, you know, with how his temperament and how his mentality has struggled in the past when things aren't going his way, this is definitely a series that could spiral out of control for him. Just a couple more goals against him, and we might start seeing him go 100% ball chase mode, and that's not going to work too well against Majicbear, who's been adapting very well and weighing up his challenges exceptionally. A lot of power missing on the wall shot. Majicbear didn't get clean contact on the ball, but he's still got a great position here. Oh, misses a boost though. And it's only a good wall clear, followed by a pre-flip clear that keeps him safe in this play. Majicbear staying on the ball with zero boost for quite a long time. This is dangerous because at any moment JRuss could try and demo him. But JRuss actually just stays with the ball and puts a cracking shot on target. This was great power. Didn't waste any time getting into position. Slams it across the goal. You know, Majicbear's done a really good job this game keeping himself relevant with lower boost. Almost said chicken. JRuss, such a dominant player mechanically when he feels confident, when he gets to play his quick style that he loves to play. He's got an open net here. Puts it in the far post bottom corner. Majicbear quite far out of the game that time. It's a really difficult series to predict from this point forward. The fact that this game is starting to swing into JRuss's favor, combined with the fact that he really should have won game one, it makes you wonder, is Majicbear doing something wrong? Is there some aspect of his play that needs to change if he's going to be able to challenge JRuss late in this series? One thing that he does have on his side, I think, is consistency. JRuss has shown in the past that he can just capitulate, start to play significantly worse if he starts to tilt. I don't think Majicbear, at least so far, has shown that kind of tendency. This is going to be another kickoff goal for JRuss though. We had 2 in a row for Majicbear in the last game. Now we have 2 in a row for JRuss. And it's that goal side kickoff which is dominating this series. Whoever goes on the diagonal side of the ball doesn't really come off very well, it would seem. But both players have had their fair share of trying it. Looking for big wins out toward the wing. JRuss sneaking in backwards for a challenge. Misses the boost steal, but stays on the ball. I don't know if that's the wisest direction to be taking it. More of a setup for Majicbear. Of course, playing the ball here is definitely a good idea for JRuss, but he has to keep it in a corner. He has to get it close to the wall. He can't just center it and expect Majicbear not to take the gift. Oh, huge mind game for Majicbear. Looking for the boost steal in reverse now. Gets it. And this is a huge opportunity for him. JRuss, no fear once more. Making an aerial play with zero boost. Majicbear wanted to get the ball further away from the wall in that play. Oh, that's a great read. Majicbear almost on target with that one. JRuss fakes the clear. Now he comes in for the real challenge. He's in a real bad position here. Gets caught on the landing. Majicbear has so much time to equalize, and that's exactly what he does. That 50-50 did not favor JRuss at all, and he dodged straight into danger. Didn't look like he was going to get to the boost first, even if he didn't get killed. I really don't know what he had in mind there. At least he's got possession after the next kickoff. I said chicken, didn't I? JRuss really needs a win here, I feel. He does not have the best comeback potential historically. Majicbear is so consistent. Is he going to steal the game late on, just like he did in the last one? Mind games seem to be the name of the game for Majicbear, but JRuss had the better control of the back corner boost. Wave dash to catch the ball, and he slams Majicbear into the net. The attack just came too fast for Majicbear to deal with. He wanted more time to grab boost, but JRuss gave him none with a sick wave dash catch to get the ball moving right into offense. And he's got the 1-goal lead back. Can he hold on to it this time? 10 seconds to go in the last game. He lost it. And Majicbear is going to try and do the same thing. Are we seeing a repeat of the same script? It's not going to be a 10-second equalizer. If it is, I don't think it's going to be an equalizer at all, because JRuss has the boost and he's got Majicbear on top of his car. That's going to make it almost impossible for Majicbear to get a win here. JRuss has all the boost and he's going to air dribble this one into the ground to secure the Game 2 win. We're not going to see a sweep today. JRuss will feel pretty happy with how that went overall. And I know that he'll still feel like he should be 2-0 up in the series, but at least he didn't go 2-0 down and then tilt out of it. Fatherboard, thanks for the 2-month Prime in a row, 8 total. Thanks for remembering to use your Prime sub. It's going pretty good for me. How about yourself, man? If I was allowed to change my prediction, I probably would at this point, but I'm not. I predicted Majicbear to win this. I think JRuss probably has a slight edge, though, in this matchup, it would seem. More comfortable playing the ball chase game. Majicbear gonna have to really work hard for this one. He's gonna have to defend brilliantly in order to get a series win today. And that was good enough. JRuss didn't put the best flip reset on target. Majicbear sweeps it up and then swoops it into the goal. 1-0 early on. Why did he change his name? I think he wanted a rebrand for quite a while. He just kept it Chicken for the duration of the salt mine, so as not to confuse people. Yeah, I think the name Chicken's pretty good. I guess he just got bored of it or never really liked it. Maybe it was a placeholder name and then he accidentally got well known with it. Majicbear taking too long to get the shot off there. Gave JRuss time to advance his position. JRuss again just causing problems with his speed. Majicbear still getting caught off guard time to time. How quickly JRuss can get into position. He even saw where JRuss was there, but he underestimated how quickly he was going to be moving. This is the first time I've seen Majicbear look this outpaced in a series. He's only had the 2 before it. And they were definitely against pretty quick players as well in Kinsey and J-Bot. JRuss has been on another level today. Majicbear still ahead in Game 3 though. Power slide into the landing of that kickoff. I'm not sure I would advise that, but oh, JRuss has just missed the goal with his kickoff shot. Majicbear just gets a clear, hoping that it'll give him time to grab 100 boost and get in position to defend with. JRuss sort of faking a pinch shot there, but he's going to bounce the ball into the dribble down the middle. Tries to flick it high and on target. Goes on target, but definitely not high. Majicbear fakes a wall clear. Goes direct as well. These two have been extremely direct with their setups offensively. There's been so many shots in this series. No one is really wasting too much time turning their possession into a shot on target. JRuss with one awkward touch and an immediate turnaround, and Majicbear can't land on him. This is a really good turn by JRuss. He knew that Majicbear wanted to wait for the ball to bounce, so he just turns straight onto him and puts in the challenge. Majicbear, although he did react with a 50-50, didn't get in the way of the ball enough. JRuss uses all his boost on a blocking kickoff. Wave dash shots off target. Saved rather. Yeah, JRuss does like to challenge everything. He just has a really good sense of when a player is waiting for a bounce, and he knows if his opponent's waiting for a bounce, then he could just go in and take a 50-50 or beat them to the ball by hitting it before the bounce. And you know, some people call it ball chasing, but it's just really good awareness. It's a great read of his opponent's defense. He's going to be up by 2 here. JRuss back in the driver's seat. You know, you should try and do this in your own game. If someone looks at JRuss's play and your first reaction is thinking that the play is bad because it looks risky, then maybe you need to try it yourself and experiment with it, because you're going to find out very quickly that although there is a risk, there's a huge reward as well. And it's good to sometimes go for those types of challenges. If you're always sitting back in ones, if you're always letting somebody bring the ball down and dribble you, you're not going to have a good time against a good dribbling player. You're going to get scored on over and over again. You're going to get dribbled in the midfield endlessly. All it takes is one of these aggressive plays, one of these quick challenges, and then suddenly you've got the opponent jumping early. You've got them flicking the ball when they're not comfortable, because they're always thinking from that point onwards, you might just be challenging early again. And in Chicken's case, or not Chicken, I said it again, in JRuss' case, he's challenging early an awful lot of the time. That's because he's just got that preference in style. He would rather attack someone early, go for what is at worst case a 50-50, best case a big win on the ball, rather than give them the dribble and have to defend it. It's a great recovery. Very deceptive speed on that flick as well. JRuss getting a lot of pop on that one at the near post. He's ahead by 2 again. There is no denying that Majicbear has had a much harder time reading JRuss' offense, and JRuss has had reading Majicbear's offense. And I think it is partly due to the pressure that JRuss has been able to exert with his challenging game. Majicbear is having to play the ball early a lot more than he would like to, because he knows at any moment JRuss might just be challenging him. Here's another perfect example. Majicbear wants to wait. He wants to slow play here. He wants to bring the ball down, control it. And JRuss already knows that, so he's in his face. He's challenging him immediately, and not only dispossessing him, but getting goals off of it. It's just a really good counter to Majicbear's style in this series. Majicbear wants to counter what JRuss is doing. He has to start moving the ball earlier. He's tried to do that a few times. It hasn't worked out too well because I just don't think he's been comfortable doing it. He's not naturally a player who wants to go as quickly as possible from defense to offense. Nice demo. Majicbear back in the game, 2 goals down still. Credit as well to JRuss for figuring out what was going wrong with his kickoff and at least giving himself a better matchup with Majicbear than he did in game 1. Oh, that's a nice touch though. Majicbear with a lob in reverse. And now he's only down by 1. JRuss was putting on a lot of pressure here. Look at that, he came off the crossbar just to get to the ball more quickly. Majicbear pops it over him. Now he's only down by 1. He's not going for that diagonal approach kickoff anymore. He realised that was getting him in trouble in game 2. Getting more goal side. Both players are actually. 1:09 left. JRuss with all the boost, going straight down the middle. I smell a bump. Majicbear does as well. But what can you do about it when it's executed like this? JRuss flying straight ahead of the ball. Really, was there any opportunity for Majicbear to get a hit on that? He tried his best to get in the way, but now he's down by 2 again. JRuss has such a difficult offense to stop, and he is definitely one of the players who makes the most annoying touches on the ball for his opponent to deal with. Well played though at the near post. Majicbear has spaced JRuss off the ball completely. And you know, this is a pretty good example of why JRuss does challenge early as much as he does, because as soon as he did fake a challenge, he didn't look comfortable shadowing there. He was completely out of position, defending the wall more than the goal. He's just playing to his strengths more than a lot of people might realise. Majicbear trying a little ball chase maneuver of his own, but JRuss sees it coming, and he is able to neutralise it immediately. So earlier in the game we saw JRuss profiting from that exact play that Majicbear just tried to make. Challenging early with low boost on a player who wants to wait and get a dribble play going, but JRuss didn't do that. He just got solidly behind the ball, 50-50'd it strongly. Look how quickly he transitions into a wall shot here. That is really well executed. 0 boost when the play ends. Majicbear had no idea a shot was even incoming. He's just up against a player who's playing faster than he was ready for. And it's Majicbear who needs to make the adaptations going into game 4, potentially game 5, if he's going to come back and have any chance in this one. JRuss has been outstanding, exerting so much pressure. Oh my goodness, he's just bumped Majicbear off a fail flick. I don't think he meant to do this. This definitely wasn't the plan. He's tried to flick the ball, misses it, but keeps boosting into the ball, and then Majicbear as well. Just to add insult to injury, 10-6. A brutal display of defensive pressure and offensive explosiveness from JRuss. Majicbear has not had the answers. He's not been able to keep up with JRuss for most of this series, and it really does look like JRuss is a heavy favourite now going into games 4 and 5. Can Majicbear figure this one out? Can he solve the puzzle? 18 shots from JRuss that game. That is incredible. Just a ridiculous amount of shots in a game in this level. That's coming from 2 things. Number 1, just how quickly he turns any possession play into a shot on goal, which in itself puts a ton of pressure on Majicbear. That drains Majicbear's boost, that gets him out of position, it gets him playing very scared and jumpy. But it's also because he's challenging as early as he can on almost every play. That gives himself so much possession. Yeah, JRuss definitely feeling good right now. So many wave dashes there. Force Majicbear into a great save. Start this game off. Majicbear wants to demo in the back corner. Decides at the last minute to go for a shot. Did he just get a flip reset on JRuss' car? That is not something you see every day. Delayed shot by JRuss. Stopped to the near post by Majicbear. He didn't overextend, even though he's coming in off the wall here. And that's a really nice opening goal for Majicbear. So important in game 4 that he got the opening goal. JRuss was coming into this one with a ton of momentum. Follow me at JohnnyBoy on Twitch. Yeah, you can absolutely follow me at JohnnyBoy on Twitch. Thanks for the free ad. JRuss with his first offensive play of the game, and it's a ground-based bump play. I'm sure that there's plenty of people triggered in YouTube comments seeing that. I know that it's a hot topic these days, demos and bumps. I really liked Jesse's take on the whole discussion. Everybody's talking about removing demos from Rocket League, and Jesse had, I think, a better idea of removing the ball from Rocket League. Make it a team deathmatch where you have to eliminate all the other players, and whoever, you know, has cars left at the end gets a goal. That would be a really interesting version of Rocket League, actually. I think more interesting than removing demos from Rocket League, removing the ball. That would be great. So as soon as your whole team's demoed, the other team get a goal, and then you reset. 5-minute game. Actual genius suggestion from Jesse. What do you guys think of that, all you demo haters? How triggered are you upon thinking of this idea? Alright, Majicbear kind of faking himself there. Maybe an element of respect being shown to JRuss' flip reset ability. I see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Whoa, speaking of the flip reset ability, JRuss shows exactly why Majicbear was assuming the last play was one. Managed a little second touch on that one as well. A Russell reset. Oh no. No, we don't need to name it. It's Russell his real name? It must be, I suppose. Majicbear fires a wall shot to the bottom left-hand corner. That does get saved. Not too difficultly as well. JRuss blasts one to the bottom corner himself. What a shot from his own half. He saw Majicbear turning for the boost after spawning. Let one rip. That is an absolute boomer to the bottom corner. And he's ahead by 1. This is absolutely not how I anticipated the series to go. I I did not think that JRuss would be able to out-pressure and outpace Majicbear as much as he has. And I didn't think if he went out at this pace that he would be able to keep it going so consistently. I mean, to play at this pace for a game or even for part of a game would be impressive in and of itself, but JRuss has been able to do this for the entire series and he's still keeping it up. Pre-flip to get the open net finish, but it was the ceiling shot setup that made this possible. Majicbear didn't want to face another aerial play with potential resets involved, delayed dodges, so he tried to get in there early. It didn't work out at all. Now that's a decent power shot as well, but JRuss does have the boost and the position to defend it. And now he's going for the rebound high above the net. Majicbear gets a piece of it. It was off target anyway, but he didn't want to take the chance on it. JRuss so well positioned and so ready for all these shots that Majicbear is firing at the net. The last 3 have been saved without too much difficulty. Majicbear just lost for what to do. He doesn't have a functional offense, it would seem, against JRuss. Is that due to the relentless pressure that JRuss has been able to exert? Is it draining Majicbear's creativity? He's had a couple of nice bumps, but besides that, not a lot going on in the orange side of the field. Now Majicbear has a tough read here. Not able to get it. JRuss back to defend another play. Always so many extra touches on the ball. JRuss denying Majicbear any easy opportunities here. Majicbear might get one though. It's just off target. That's a heartbreaker. And he's running out of time in game 4. Running out of time in the series. Majicbear has had more chances in the last minute than he has for most of the rest of the series. In a series that's been dominated by JRuss possession plays. Majicbear needs to be more clinical, and he's just not being clinical at all. A little pause in the goal after missing that open net. The rebound was a no-go. JRuss was in the way of him. Beforehand, Majicbear definitely had a wide open net staring him in the face, and he just didn't take it. Another save from JRuss will frustrate Majicbear even further. How can he get a goal here? It just doesn't seem to come. Finally! The ball enters the back of the orange net. But this took a lot longer than it should have. And Majicbear needs to try and just clean reset. Forget about how difficult it was to score. And just have confidence that he can do it again in the next 30 seconds, because that's all the time he's got. JRuss in a bit of an awkward spot though, but that last touch on the ball takes it away from Majicbear. He's trying to get an early interception, and JRuss stays with it again. Who needs boost when you can ball chase? He just knew that this was going to be a scoreable angle, and he had a good idea that Majicbear was going for the boost in the corner. JRuss perfectly reads Majicbear's movement, not for the first time in this series, but possibly for the last time, because this might be about to be over. Majicbear with a nice recovery though. Oh, he's missed a boost, but might still get the goal. Nicely done by Majicbear. His presence in the corner forced JRuss to overextend. He saw Majicbear going for this, so he dodged into the boost, and that took him too far away from the ball. Even though Majicbear didn't get the boost, he still got the goal. 11 seconds left. He's done this before in game 1. Can he do it again? Late equalizer is necessary. JRuss is one step ahead for the time being, and Majicbear panics, sees JRuss is right beside him, and that is going to be game, set, match for JRuss. What an impressive series by him. Majicbear just didn't have the answers today. He couldn't figure out a way to deal with the pressure that JRuss was putting on him, and I think it both had an effect on his defensive performance, had an effect on his offensive consistency. Yeah, JRuss played a really good series here, and actually in the stat line at the end here, it's JRuss with most of the saves. He had quite a long period in this last game where he was stuck in goal, but he did well. He frustrated Majicbear, didn't give him an easy goal until there was, I think, 34 seconds left, and finished off with a good bit of possession play at the end as well. The ultimate ball chaser has returned. Yeah, JRuss, definitely one of the best ball chasers, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, there is a science to it. That's coming from two things. Number one, just how quickly he turns any possession play into a shot on goal, which in itself puts a ton of pressure on Majicbear. That drains Majicbear's boost. That gets him out of position. It gets him playing very scared and jumpy. But it's also because he's challenging as early as he can on almost every play. That gives himself so much possession. Yeah, JRuss definitely feeling good right now. So many wave dashes there. Force Majicbear into a great save. Start this game off. Majicbear wants the demo in the back corner. Decides at the last minute to go for a shot. Did he just get a flip reset on JRuss' car? That is not something you see every day. Delayed shot by JRuss. Stopped to the near post by Majicbear. He didn't overextend, even though he's coming in off the wall here. And that's a really nice opening goal for Majicbear. So important in Game 4 that he got the opening goal. JRuss was coming into this one with a ton of momentum. Follow me at Johnny Boy on Twitch. Yeah, you can absolutely follow me at Johnny Boy on Twitch. Thanks for the free ad. JRuss with his first offensive play of the game, and it's a ground-based bump play. And I'm sure that there's plenty of people triggered in YouTube comments seeing that. I know that it's a hot topic these days, demos and bumps. I really liked Jesse's take on the whole discussion. Everybody's talking about removing demos from Rocket League, and Jesse had, I think, a better idea of removing the ball from Rocket League. Make it a team deathmatch where you have to eliminate all the other players, and whoever, you know, has cars left at the end gets a goal. That would be a really interesting version of Rocket League, actually. I think more interesting than removing demos from Rocket League, removing the ball. That would be great. So as soon as your whole team's demoed, the other team get a goal, and then you reset. 5-minute game. Actual genius suggestion from Jesse. What do you guys think of that, all you demo haters? How triggered are you upon thinking of this idea? Alright, Majicbear kind of faking himself there. Maybe an element of respect being shown to JRuss' flip reset ability. I see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Whoa, speaking of the flip reset ability, JRuss shows exactly why Majicbear was assuming the last play was one. Managed a little second touch on that one as well. A Russell reset. Oh no. No, we don't need to name it. It's Russell his real name? It must be, I suppose. Majicbear fires a wall shot to the bottom left-hand corner. That does get saved. Not too difficultly as well. JRuss blasts one to the bottom corner himself. What a shot from his own half. He saw Majicbear turning for the boost after spawning. Let one rip. That is an absolute boomer to the bottom corner. And he's ahead by 1. This is absolutely not how I anticipated the series to go. I did not think that JRuss would be able to out-pressure and outpace Majicbear as much as he has. And I didn't think if he went out at this pace that he would be able to keep it going so consistently. I mean, to play at this pace for a game or even for part of a game would be impressive in and of itself, but JRuss has been able to do this for the entire series, and he's still keeping it up. Pre-flip to get the open net finish. But it was the ceiling shot setup that made this possible. Majicbear didn't want to face another aerial play with potential resets involved, delayed dodges, so he tried to get in there early. It didn't work out at all. Now that's a decent power shot as well, but JRuss does have the boost and the position to defend it. And now he's going for the rebound high above the net. Majicbear gets a piece of it. It was off target anyway, but he didn't want to take the chance on it. JRuss so well positioned and so ready for all these shots that Majicbear is firing at the net. The last 3 have been saved without too much difficulty. Majicbear just lost for what to do. He doesn't have a functional offense, it would seem, against JRuss. Is that due to the relentless pressure that JRuss has been able to exert? Is it draining Majicbear's creativity? He's had a couple of nice bumps, but besides that, not a lot going on in the orange side of the field. Now Majicbear has a tough read here. Not able to get it. JRuss back to defend another play. Always so many extra touches on the ball. JRuss denying Majicbear any easy opportunities here. Majicbear might get one though. It's just off target. That's a heartbreaker. And he's running out of time in game 4. Running out of time in the series. Majicbear has had more chances in the last minute than he has for most of the rest of the series. In a series that's been dominated by JRuss possession plays. Majicbear needs to be more clinical, and he's just not being clinical at all. A little pause in the goal after missing that open net. The rebound was a no-go. JRuss was in the way of him. Beforehand, Majicbear definitely had a wide open net staring him in the face, and he just didn't take it. Another save from JRuss will frustrate Majicbear even further. How can he get a goal here? It just doesn't seem to come. Finally! The ball enters the back of the orange net. But this took a lot longer than it should have. And Majicbear needs to try and just clean reset. Forget about how difficult it was to score. And just have confidence that he can do it again in the next 30 seconds, because that's all the time he's got. JRuss in a bit of an awkward spot though, but that last touch on the ball takes it away from Majicbear. He's trying to get an early interception. And JRuss stays with it again. Who needs boost when you can ball chase? He just knew that this was going to be a scoreable angle. And he had a good idea that Majicbear was going for the boost in the corner. JRuss perfectly reads Majicbear's movement. Not for the first time in this series, but possibly for the last time, because this might be about to be over. Majicbear with a nice recovery though. Oh, he's missed a boost, but might still get the goal. Nicely done by Majicbear. His presence in the corner forced JRuss to overextend. He saw Majicbear going for this, so he dodged into the boost, and that took him too far away from the ball. Even though Majicbear didn't get the boost, he still got the goal. 11 seconds left. He's done this before in game 1. Can he do it again? Late equalizer is necessary. JRuss is one step ahead for the time being. And Majicbear panics, sees JRuss is right beside him, and that is going to be game, set, match for JRuss. What an impressive series by him. Majicbear just didn't have the answers today. He couldn't figure out a way to deal with the pressure that JRuss was putting on him. And I think it both had an effect on his defensive performance, had an effect on his offensive consistency.